Hi Libra, I hope that you're all doing well. We are here with your reading, what you need to know for October. All the important stuff. Okay, we have Page of Pentacles and we have Queen of Pentacles. A couple different ways that this can play out. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles can be somebody or people that are coming through that can be helping you with something during the month of October. What this can also mean too is that there's a bit of a new venture that you are beginning, and it can be something where there's more like a fresh start or more of a I'm figuring this out as I go type of feel to this. I'm also seeing the Knight of Wands, which means that there's definitely going to be a palpable feeling of motivation, of moving forward, of things getting moving, but I'm seeing there be a mix between making sure that you're doing things right, making sure that you're learning as you go, and if you need help or if you're sort of looking into resources that will be helpful to you, that can be something that you're doing. And then the Knight of Wands is the part of you that's going to push forward and be excited and be groundbreaking even in what you're doing. So having this mix of pentacles, which there's like I'm hearing the word austerity. It's kind of like when you have pentacles, it's about making sure that you are doing what needs to be done and you're not faltering in that way. There are things that you need to figure out. There are things that you need to take care of. There's stuff physically, materially that matters to you, that it's important that you tend to those things. Some of you, there can even be a child that you're taking care of. And then having the energy of the Knight of Wands here, this can mean that you're sort of balancing even duties, obligations, stuff that you're doing that you're figuring out, balancing that with your energy of inspiration and motivation and pushing things forward and wanting to move on the things that you want to move on. So instead of it only being Knight of Wands and you just being careless and carefree and doing things without thinking about the outcome, and rather than you just sitting around within the Pentacles energy only doing stuff that you feel like is boring, this is going to be, or stuff that you feel like isn't really going anywhere, this is going to be a mix of those two energies where you feel like I'm showing up where I need to be showing up, taking care of the things that I need to be taking care of, learning as I go, and also too, there's a sense of push that is coming from within me where I'm allowing a fire to be lit within me and I'm continuing to stoke that fire while not neglecting the things that I need to take care of. So October can feel like it's a month of balance. Some of you, there's going to be career development. We have like a whole little family here. We have it's all court cards except for Eight of Wands. We have Page of Pentacles, we have Queen of Pentacles, we have Knight of Wands, and then we also have King of Pentacles too. Having Page of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, if we talk about this all being your own energy, this can be that there's something that you're doing and it has to do with you within your personal life. Something that you can be doing that feels like you're still, I get this feeling over and over and over again about learning as you go, but in a practical way of learning how to maybe even take baby steps that are eventually going to lead to something bigger and bigger and bigger within your personal life that you have going on. Having Knight of Wands is about embracing the element of your energy that when there's something that you want, when there is a fire that's lit, when there's passion, when there's excitement, when there's joy, this is the thrust of movement for you. That you are allowing the mystical energy of the wands, which is a very spiritual energy, to be stoked within you, and to push forward with the things that you feel you want to move forward with. Now, also having King of Pentacles here too, and then having Eight of Wands, this can indicate that there's something within your life that's really going to get moving and get moving quickly. And it feels like it has to do with material things. I'm seeing that there's going to be like a really big advancement that's made. A lot of ground that's covered. This can also have to do with your purpose as well, being connected with that. I feel like stuff within your personal life is personal, less. It's like something going on in your life behind the scenes that's happening that feels like it encourages the part of your life that is center stage, and there being a relationship between the two of them. So something is progressing in your personal life, and it feels like that's motivating something in your maybe more public life, or maybe when it comes to roles that you play with other people. More external. So there's both the feminine and the masculine principle here. There's both the internal and the external. And because of it mostly being all pentacles, this feels like stuff that's physically playing out where material stuff is involved. Like your routines and whatnot. Your sense of security. You feeling like you're getting the job done and doing it well. And having this King of Pentacles and having this Eight of Wands does feel like something is happening in your more external center stage life that takes off even having Eight of Wands be there. So this can mean like your career taking off, or this can mean a role that you play with another person, there being a lot of ground that you end up covering. Or a responsibility or an obligation that you have and something really getting moving then. And this is something that you'd want to be doing because we have Knight of Wands here. That shows that you feel excited about this. There can also be excitement between you and another person as well. One or two of you are also figuring out ways to take care of yourself, figuring out things about your needs. So there's stuff personally that you have going on that you are currently focused on, that you're currently figuring out. How everything works together and works together smoothly. This looks like something that you're connecting with, that you're starting to make developments with. This is going to be something that you're connecting with, something that you're a part of, but it feels like it's more at the beginning stages more than anything. Even though we don't have an ace here, so it's not a brand new thing where it's like you're starting something completely new. This feels like an advancement that's being made. Where it feels like you're figuring out how to keep something flowing the way that it needs to be, so the energy can stabilize. And you're learning like your part within that is what this feels like. You're figuring out how to play that part. And play it well with Knight of Wands and Nine of Pentacles. This shows that there's something that you're enjoying because it's working. because it's moving the way that it's meant to be moving. This also looks to, with Knight of Wands, this is going to be something that you want to do, something that you want to move forward with, something that you want to run after, some agenda that you have here where this is a very inspired agenda. Having Knight of Pentacles feels like whatever it would be that you would need to be able to do this falls into place. So you're not like, I want to do this, but I can't for some reason. Having this Nine of Pentacles here feels like it's exactly the right situation, exactly the right mix of things, and everything falls into place and you can do exactly what you want to do. So it's that time where you get this feeling, I want to do this, and you can do it immediately right then. And things will go smoothly. And there's a sense of confidence felt within that. This shows too that if you just go forward with what you want, that things end up working out. Having Nine of Pentacles here, like you end up very much being supported within the environment doing this. It does look like there's some figuring out prior to this happening. Like there's something that you are learning or looking into, and then I'm seeing you take action. So there can be something that you need to find out, figure out, be open-minded to, even to be sort of a sponge for the information, for the download. Then I'm seeing you're able to go off of that. You're able to do something with that. So it feels like as soon as something is downloaded, then you can do what you want to do. I'm seeing something that there's some type of change, and I'm seeing things move very, very, very quickly. And because of the pace being, because of there being so much force, and because of it being such a fast pace, you can feel, there can be like a little bit of an adverse reaction that you have because of something moving so quickly. This looks like it happens after the halfway mark within the month. I'm not seeing this be a bad thing by any means. This feels more so like because of the way that things happen, and it feels like in a quick, maybe one thing after the other, or like a shift happens or a change happens, but it happens very quickly, and then things move quickly, because not only is the Tower here, which can be like that very abrupt shift that happens, but also we have the Eight of Wands here, which means that things move then. It can be like a dam that's broken. It can be like this whole time water has been rising up and rising up and rising up, and now it finally like overcomes and it overflows. Like something like that is gonna happen, and then it's like everything moves really quickly after that point. And so this is going to be very fast progress that's made, a very fast, like everything's going this way, it's going in this direction. And even though this is a moment of divine change that ends up happening, at the same time, because the pace switches from what looks like kind of slow to then going extremely quickly, there is this feeling almost of like, what's happening? Like everything's changing so fast. And even though I'm seeing this be like a moment of progression, there's a part of you that can be like, can I keep up with this? I think that it has to do about you playing a role while something is moving really quickly, because there's something really important that you're doing here. And so to have you need to do certain things in the midst of all of this stuff happening, that can be sort of what weighs on you throughout this when things start moving quickly. Meaning, if things had been more slow paced and you've just been going down the lazy river here, and then all of a sudden it turns into a waterfall and you have to make sure that you keep the boat upright and not allow it to capsize as you're going down the waterfall and about to go land, there can be a lot of pressure that you feel because you're the leader of this ship. So there's that pressure there, but I'm not seeing it be like, once you do what needs to be done and you see that the ship didn't capsize, you'll be like, wow, look at what I did. But it's that, it feels like that anxiety that's associated with what's going to be happening. Am I going to be able to do this? Like that type of vibe that I'm seeing here with this. And so it comes more from a place of tentative sort of anxiety of not really knowing what's happening. Things are moving quickly. Am I ready for this? Am I prepared? Do I know what I'm doing? Can I handle this? Can I show up and still do what I need to do even though things are moving very quickly? This feels like it has to do with more of your external stuff, because I'm seeing King of Pentacles be involved in this. So this feels like it's not a tower that happens in your personal life. This can be more so in your public life that happens. It's like where you have some type of role to play, it happens there, but I'm not seeing it be in your personal life. But these things can be affected. And some of you, this is a partner. Some of you, it's not you, it's a partner that this is happening to, and that's why it will impact you. This can also be about a career taking off as well, especially if things had been moving slowly. And it will eventually come back to impacting the personal life, but I'm not seeing that be where the catalyst is. It's like something that happens in one's more public life that then of course will also impact one's private life, because like everything is all connected, but it doesn't start within the private life. So this doesn't feel like from everything that I'm guessing, like as much as I'm seeing here, from everything that I'm seeing, this feels like things are actually stable within your private life. They're how you want them to be. I'm seeing things feel good. So that is good. This feels like in your more external life, or it's a partner. This would be somebody that you're linked to if this happens to be a partner. And this can be a partner that's going through a very big change, and it can have to do with their career, with their finances, or with their identity even. That can be part of this too, for sure. And for some of you, this is all going to be you. It doesn't have to be another person. This will all be your energy. But what I'm seeing is that things are good within your personal life, and things are like actually look pretty ideal, because we have the Four of Wands associated with you and where you are with things. But as far as your public life, I'm definitely seeing some type of change end up happening. But I really get like a good feeling from this. I really get a good feeling from this. Let's actually clarify it and see. The Tower is being clarified by the Ten of Cups. This will be a really happy thing. Okay, this is a good Tower. This is a good change. So know that when you get this thing happening and it's this abrupt thing that's happening, this is a really positive omen, okay? Having 10 of Cups is a really big deal because it's not even like it's an ace or something. So this isn't going to be like a spontaneous new chapter. This will be more so like the type of progress that you'd be really happy that ends up happening. Be very happy with that it ended up happening. And this will also change things for you within your personal life too, in a positive way. This is something that you will like the feeling of, to have the 10 of Cups be there to clarify this Tower. This can also be a block that's cleared now as well, so something can finally take off. And for some of you, I am seeing, if whether you are the King of Pentacles or this is your partner, something within the career can really take off, or something within the finances can take off. This can be like an investment that ends up taking off, or like a property that ends up like spiking the value of, so then like a lot of money can be made. Or this can be like some type of public recognition that ends up happening. It can be something like that where there's a quick change, but a lot of progress and stuff is made from that point. And having the 10 of Cups there, that gives context to the Tower, where it can feel kind of overwhelming when it happens. And also this is a very happy thing, a very positive omen. Because this has to do with an investment is what I'm seeing. Something that's already been being invested in. When it feels like everything is happening, like when you realize that you're about to be going down the waterfall, or your partner ends up realizing they're about to be going down the waterfall, baby steps. That is the only thing that needs to be done, because you can only do things one thing at a time. There's going to be a lot of learning, and learning quickly, that ends up happening at this point in time. Overall, this is going to be something super amazing. I'm seeing, like, every way that I'm seeing it, I'm just getting like increases of stuff, but in ways that you're happy about. So this is stuff that you'll feel very good about. I'm even too seeing something going on here where it feels like this can be a very important step that's being taken, but it can be something that's much bigger or more prominent than what was expected. And so in that moment of feeling that things being very abrupt sort of here, even though this is a very positive omen, the best thing that you can do for yourself, or advice that you can give this person, is to take baby steps to slow it down, because only one thing at a time can be happening, and to stay grounded in that way. Because it does feel like this sort of brings things into a territory of figuring stuff out again, because it feels a little bit different than what was happening before. So there's gonna have to figure stuff out, gonna be learning new things, going to have stuff in the environment that wasn't in the environment before. Wow. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.